You're watching the greatest television show in history, other than The Apprentice, Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV.
Hey, welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. No, that was not President Trump. That was Johnny DiDomenico, great friend of the show. It was one heck of a Trump impersonation. But we are down in Atlantic City. We crossed over into the Garden State from our usual perch over at the Question Tequila Studios in New York City. When you're down deep in the Garden State, you got to take some heavy hitters with you from the New York area, and we got one with us joining us today. It's Mike Zumbluskas. Mike was a leader in the National Reform Party, also a local leader and a state leader in the New York State Independence Party. And Mike, thanks for making the journey down to the Garden State and joining us. But so much crap going on with both parties. You've
That's
always
absolutely
been
true.
A staunch supporter of these smaller parties, you know, voter choice, ballot access, all that good stuff. We need patriots like you. But the people in the middle, I call them the purple people. You know,
Right.
not the reds and the blues. You know the deal. People that you're talking to that have the same mindset as you, are they just fed up with all this impeachment crap? Or?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, actually, I was at the poker tables last night and got into a big discussion on this. Too many people are low information voters, and they've tuned out. They don't understand the ramifications of this impeachment and how it can actually affect our country long term. Right now, the Democrats are just basically trying to, basically hurt this president. They don't care about the whole government is founded on checks and balances. They're basically warping this into a system that can be overthrown easily. The more they basically do not follow the rules, which they didn't, that means it's easier going down the line for some dictator to take over.
Good friend of the show, Tom Del Beccaro, who is the chairman of the California State Republican Party,
Right.
Wrote his book Country Divided, and one of the slogans there is, the more they decide for us, the more they divide us.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like you're saying the same thing. Like the more we let these idiots down in Washington run their agenda, they're really hurting everybody in the middle.
Well, it's not just Washington. It's at the state level. It's at the local level. You're seeing that people are getting fed up altogether. People are being divided along conservative or liberal lines, or even worse than liberal lines. I want practical government. I don't care if the idea comes from the left or right.
Right.
And most people do. I help Democrats and Republicans, not just in New York City, but all over the country sometimes. And to tell you the truth, most of the position papers I write for them or get them to follow, both Democrats and Republicans do it. There might be some slight changes for the location, but most of them are the same, and I think most people want that.
Mike, I know you made a very, very cogent case for why the Democrats are actually hurting the country pursuing this impeachment nationally, but tell me about how the Republicans are behaving nationally. Do you take any issue with the National Republican Party, and if not, why aren't you a Republican?
Well, first of all, I think we need more than two parties. I think that's actually hurting ourselves. George Washington said, beware of parties because they will destroy this country, and I think both of them. $4 trillion. It's now $22 trillion, and that's not counting the state and local debt, which is probably another $5 to $6 trillion. Sooner or later, interest rates are going to go up, and our economy is going to be crushed because we can't pay our debt back and still follow everything else. Our economy's improving. Why are we increasing our social services? And the way we do it is just wrong. I work for the New York City government. We waste so much money. I work in a department, roadways and repair, and we do things efficiently, and then we get hollered at from Office of Management and Budget because we're saving money.
Mike, what you say seems to make sense, sounds very sensible. And the largest group of voters in this country aren't Republicans, they're not Democrats, they're actually people that identify themselves as independent. Given that, Why is the circumstance you outlined, which I'm certainly supportive of,
Right.
to have more than 2 major parties, why has that historically not come to fruition?
And that's because of the major media. They do not go to people.
With the notable exception of Newsmax TV.
Exactly, exactly. Prime example is in the '96 election. When I was, they would have. I was trying to get on television. They were trying to get some people to go on television that supported Perot, but they only wanted Ross Perot or Russell Verney or somebody that high, but they'll put a Democratic district leader, which is a minor nobody, on national television that knows very little. Where, I was one of the foremost experts on NAFTA because I actually read it. I knew more than almost anybody else on NAFTA, but they would not put me on television. The only channel I was able to get on was QVC.
Wow.
Because at the time, QVC
selling some doilies or
selling Ross
something?
Perot handbags.
But they used to have this thing called In Your Interest. At the top of the hour was 5 minutes on national issues. I had 20 minutes on that, but that was the only show I can get on. But here's how bad the media was. When I was in a suit, they would never approach me, but they would always, if I was in a T-shirt with Ross Perot buttons, they would talk to me, but then I'd get cut because I knew too much information.
Yep.
I'd be at rallies, and this guy that was in United We Stand at the time, nice guy, but he was a little, disabled. So, but he was on television
He was a little
every
disabled.
single time. But when they wanted to talk to somebody that actually knew information, they would just push it aside. And that's part of the problem. The major media won't cover these minor candidates.
So, you need guys like Mike Zumbluskas. We need them to keep our democracy in a place where it's supposed to be and keep fighting for things like ballot access, like voter choice, like more options for people to vote for. And my friend, we've been comrades for a long time.
Appreciate
I want to
it.
thank you so much for joining us here on a Liquid
Thank
Lunch.
you, Frank.
Looking forward
Happy New
to
Year.
And by the way,
a
I do
great
have my Cuba
2020.
Libre.
Cuba Libre,
He has a
baby.
Cuba
I hope
Libre.
you're ahead at the poker table.
And you know what? When you're down in Atlantic City, and we're winding down to the last minutes of 2020, we bring you elected officials. We bring you leaders on the Republican and Democrat side. We bring you Dr. Nina, who tells you how to keep yourself fit and safe and going into 2020 on a high note. And then we bring in an import from New York, Mikey Zumbluskas. But now, your favorite part of the
That's
show,
right,
the
baby.
WTF. What's the facts? Where Frankie corrects all the mistakes I've made.
All right, let me begin with what you just said. You announced just now that we were winding down the final minutes of 2020.
We are.
We are only doing that if you have a time machine.
Oh.
We are actually winding down the final minutes of 2019. Unless you're, of course, watching this on New Year's Day, then we are beginning the first few minutes of 2020. You also
Fair enough.
announced, John, that Don Guardian was the former mayor of New Jersey. New Jersey is, of course, a state. It does not have mayors. It has governors, and he was the mayor of Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I think
which
I
is
said
why,
that, but
no,
we'll
no,
go
no.
into that next
As
week.
Warner
We'll
Wolf would
rewind
say,
the
let's go
tape.
to
We'll
the
go take a look. We're going to go to the videotape. I'm not taking the penalty for that one. Right
Fair
there.
enough. But those were the only uncorrected errors that I had for you today.
Fantastic.
So,
Well, let me point out one of your errors.
I'll take it.
I saw our good friend Corey come in.
Corey Windlesbeck,
Corey
the Holland Tunnel
Windlesbeck.
hero.
I don't see him on the show.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was gonna make it here in
He's done
time.
some serious good things in the state. It was a very New Jersey-centric show. And Corey got if you remember, the Christmas decorations changed
I'll tell you what.
on the Holland
I'll tell you what.
Tunnel.
You're right. We're going to make it up to him. Tonight, we're going to have a big party, and maybe somebody will be streaming it live on their phone or recording it, and we'll post it later. And you got to watch our Facebook page, Liquid Lunch TV. Miss New Jersey is going to be around tonight. Miss New Jersey is going to be at the party tonight. We'll have Corey Windlesbeck introduce Miss New Jersey.
Wait. The actual Miss New Jersey?
Yeah.
Like right now, the reigning?
the reigning Miss New Jersey.
Miss New Jersey?
Yes.
Oh, this is amazing. I got to get my hair redone.
That's for sure. Well, John, this has been a lot of fun. Let me thank you. As much as I bust your chops, the listeners should know how much I value not only our friendship, but the amount of work that you put into the show, the amount of time, and you didn't have to do this, and quite frankly, the amount of money that you've taken out of your own pocket and invested into this production of the show. It's been a lot of fun, and may it continue for a long time.
Well, Frankie, thank you. And
thank you, Darren, for clapping.
Puts in to end up, 2019 on a great note. This guy right here puts in about as much work as any 2 or 3 humans you could put together.
My New Year's resolution, though, is going to be to put in less work for this.
Fantastic.
That's right.
For this.
That's right.
For this.
That's right. Okay. I'm still going to work on all my other endeavors, but that's it. But thank you, John. Happy New Year,
Frankie
everybody.
may have just made a big announcement, but we'll let you know next week. And you never know. There may be other plans that are even bigger for Frankie at Newsmax and abroad. But we'll keep you posted on all that. Thank you for watching this special New Year's edition of Liquid Lunch. We're going to take a day off, New Year's Day, and we're going to come back at you heavy and hard, kicking it hard, going into kickoff 2020. We'll see you on Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, Liquid Lunch.